What's up, everybody? This is Whiskey in the 6. I'm Rob, doing the Glenallachie 18. This is 46%, bottled in 2021. I've done a Glenallachie 18 review in the past. Obviously, the color has changed drastically since that expression. The 2021 is much darker now. Along with the rest of the Glenallachie line, Billy Walker is adding more and more sherry influence to these whiskeys. A little bit of virgin oak in some of the expressions. I believe this one is probably just sherry, maybe a little bit of bourbon. I'll double check that and I'll put it up here. But it definitely smells and tastes predominantly sherry cask. So what I love about Glenallachie is this wet rocks kind of characteristic that I get, very minerally. And this does not hide that. It's the Glenallachie characteristic, which I love. You get it in the 12-year-old, not so much in the 15. I wonder if it's just because the 15 is all sherry, PX, and Oloroso. I think the 12 and the 18 are very similar in the fact that they're probably Oloroso, PX, bourbon cask, and maybe some virgin oak as well. All right, so on the nose, you get that minerally note with some really nice sherry notes, some ripe red fruits, leaning towards like a raspberry, like a cooked raspberry, some figs, raisins maybe. Definitely some chocolate notes in there as well. Maybe like a dark, like buckwheat honey kind of note. Some caramelized fruits for sure. A little bit of coffee as well. On the palate, easy drinking, even more so than 12, and you guys know how much we love the 12. Nice Oloroso spices in there, maybe some PX as well, but definitely a little bit of that European oak spice to it, which is nice. Definitely chocolate and coffee heavy on the palate. Great mouthfeel, not overly thick, like a medium viscosity, I would say. Nice finish, really, really nice finish. This is a pour and play kind of whiskey. You don't have to play with it too much. You don't have to add any water if you don't want to. 46%, it drinks just enough heat. It's not hot, it's not too light on the palate, I guess you can say. There is a little bit of heat, but it's a nice heat. It's the kind of heat that you want. You want a little bit of fight. I like that anyway. One more sip, I'm gonna give this a mark. Okay, so if you can find this bottle, it's pretty well priced. It's around $150, maybe a little bit more in some places. That's Canadian dollars. Definitely worth the price in my opinion. It's excellent. I'm gonna give this one an 89. I think it's very close to a 90. Head to head with the 12, I think this would win, but I haven't done a head to head just yet. I've done the 12 and then moved to the 18. And you do notice a little bit of a heat difference between the two. Not much, because the 12 is pretty, dare I say, smooth as well. Really like this, nothing wrong with it. One of my favorite 18-year-olds now. I don't really know if there's too much on the market that's better than this. So like I said, that's an 89. Really love this whiskey. If you like this video, guys, consider being a Patreon. You get these videos a little bit sooner. You can support the channel by doing that. You can also check me out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I tend to answer questions on all those streams, whether it's Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, even Twitter once in a while. I don't go on the Twitter as much as I used to, the Twitter account, not the Twitter. But you can ask me questions on any of those, and you can also comment below if you have any questions. Cheers, guys.